Homemade cigar. It is an aging room. It's aging room Quattro. Uh, it's Ralph Nadal, who back then used to make the blends for aging room, but now Ralph Nadal has been promoted, and Ralph Nadal is running. I think he's pretty much running, overseeing all of Altaitas, which has many brands. I'm not saying he's the owner, but he's as far as factories and blending. I've always respected Ralph Nadal's blending when it came to aging room, and I think he did some stuff maybe with Grupo de Maestros, which was like an in-house kind of boutique thing. Whether it was Romeo or Monte Cristo or H. Upman, they had some Grupo de Maestro, which was like special edition, small little batch releases, which were nice. This is a full pack. It's all Nicaraguan, and it won Cigar of the Year, and it's been a reputable and reliable cigar for a long time. And I'm pretty sure, even though it's aging room, which is under Altaitas, which has Monte Cristo, Romeo, and H. Upman. I'm pretty sure the aging rooms, for some reason, I think they're made by AJ. And I always say I think because almost everything's made by AJ. So sometimes I just stop and think like maybe this one's maybe not made by AJ, but I'm pretty sure. I have to reconfirm. But this cigar's been out for a while. It's been out for maybe 5 years. Has this cigar been out for 5 years? Maybe more? Maybe six? It hasn't been out 10 years. We didn't see a 10th anniversary. But I would say easily, I could guarantee it. I guarantee it's been out 5 years. Maybe more. Has it been six? Seven on the max. Well, I'll put it this way. I'm talking about when it won Cigar of the Year. I don't know. This cigar couldn't have been out for more than a year when it won Cigar of the Year. Because I remember this one won Cigar of the Year. Was it 2019 or 2020? And then, um, and then the following year, the what's up, brother? The following year, what cigar won the pledge? Could I get a check when this cigar came out? When did this cigar win Cigar of the Year? Was it 2018 or 19? Oh shit! You know what's the worst thing? When the match actually lights, but just the match head falls down on the ground, and your whole car explodes. Holy shit! Just reliable enough to cause a fire. Holy cow! Soft, gentle heat. No listing on the tobacco, just Nicaraguan Puro. I got no listing. I'm letting this thing warm up nice. Taking my time, moving along. You'll forget about me after this song. Ha 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 ha. Medium full tobacco. That's a nice cigar. Mmm. Oh yeah, nice. Big open, easy draw. We got a medium full. We're at 75% darkness. We have a nice chocolate note. It's rather slick. It's rather smooth. The wrapper grade is perfect on this thing. I don't think there's anything bad to say about the aging room Nicaragua. You know, perhaps there's a stigma in America where after a cigar's been out for a couple of years, it's like that's not good anymore. It's only about what's new. It's kind of like whatever new chocha. But and sometimes, man, like if something's good, it's always good if the brand stays consistent. Um, and I gotta say, the aging room, I've always liked their branding, and I've always liked aging room's blending. I'm not saying it's my favorite brand, but I always found aging room was a brand that they really didn't make any bullshit. It wasn't like It wasn't really any garbage. It was always just like a solid mid-tier brand. I kind of always enjoyed Aging Room. Aging Room was definitely a reputable brand because it's not just. I think it's made at AJ's factory. Remember, Aging Room was under Ralph Nadal, and I found Ralph Nadal's blending superior to AJ. However, though, obviously, AJ's not just a blender. AJ's running factories, running um, manufacturing, producing boxes, securing bands and contracts, and then actually selling them and having networking and having reps and what stores and supply and demand. I mean, just being a blender is like such a small part. You know what I'm saying, though? It really is. But that's where it starts. So yes, obviously, I think AJ's a better businessman. But Ralph Nadal, I prefer his blends. He's made some really nice blends. And we've seen over the years AJ's blends becoming more sophisticated, not just pure power. Um, in a way, AJ Fernandez is kind of like Tony Montana and Scarface. He came in with raw power, just his balls and his word. And now AJ Fernandez is high on the horse, high on the land. You know, there's a nice chocolate milk sweetness to this. There's a good amount of black pepper spice, but it's slick. It's buttery. The flavors, it's very, very nice. You hold the smoke on this? Really nice, like charred wood. Almost like oily charred wood. It's not like a very dry cedar. It's the opposite. It's kind of pungent, almost mesquite-like. Hold the smoke on, though. I mean, really, watch it. Let's hold the smoke together, right? Thank you. 2019. Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes, 2000. So, cigar's been out over 6 years, maybe seven. That's quite some time. That's quite some time. Maybe it's going on 7 years. I got nothing bad to say about it. I think it's fantastic quality. I think the wrapper grade is fantastic. I think the production value, the seams, is nice. The bands are solid, business-like, modern Art Deco. Nothing bad to say about that. I think the construction, the box pressing, the ratio is very good. The draw, combustion, and the fact that we're almost a decade into this blend being out, and it tastes just as good as it was when I had years ago. You gotta give it to Altatus being consistent. Altatus might be one of the most consistent conglomerates. You look at since I was a kid, since I was a young man, smoking Romeo 1875. That shit's still out. Whether you like it or hate it, it's a lighter shade cigar. Everyone's fucked with Romeo 1875 when they first got the cigars, and it still tastes the same. It's still around. Saying those songs, shit. You'd like to have Romeo 1875 money. You know how much Romeo 1875 they sell? I think there's some Indonesian Sumatra in that. I think. I know it's Nicaragua. I mean, there's Dominican tobacco in that, and some type of shade grow. Is hold on. Your name is It's Me Nightmare. Have I tried a Dominican cigar, sir? Are you new here? First off, do you mean Dominican produced? Dominican Puro? You could have a Nicaraguan Puro made in Dominican Republic. We're in a point. We're in a point in society where country of origin doesn't matter anymore. You could be making Nicaraguan cigars in Honduras. You could be making Honduran cigars in Nicaragua. You could be fucking making, I don't know. You could do whatever you want, except in Cuba. You can make Cuban cigars in prison. I really like the construction on this. The feel in the hand. This is such a nice constructed cigar. Aging Room Nicaragua and the whole Cuatro series. I've always said over the years that Altatus, like whether it was Monte Cristo or Romeo or H. Upman, the Altatus, they have really solid construction. If you look at Altatus, they always have, I always said they have a little neater. The Altatus side, when it comes to like Monte Cristo, I always found their cigars to be like cookie cutter perfect looking compared to like even Cohiba. But I always said I always preferred the flavor of Cohiba, even though the Cohiba, a lot of the Cohiba cigars were a little more on the rustic side. So I give respect where respect's due. When it comes to like more perfect looking cigars, you look at like H. Upman, Monte Cristo, Romeo. I don't give a shit. You disrespect Romeo. You know how many blends Romeo has made? You know how many different Romeos I smoked over the past 20 years? There's so many Romeos. A lot of great cigars. The point is though, but all their cigars look fantastic, and these aging rooms are no less. Altatus has really perfect looking cigars. Now, it doesn't mean nothing if you don't like the flavor though. It's just the Enclave Figurado. Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, even though Altatus has less brands within their brands, let's just take Monte Cristo. Monte Cristo over time has had more blends than Cohiba. Um, and the big three for Altatus is H. Upman, Romeo, and Monte Cristo. There's three brands, but it's 9 different brands because you have Romeo by Romeo in Dominican Republic. You have Romeo in Nicaragua by Plasencia. And you have Romeo by AJ Fernandez in Nicaragua. So you have 3 brands, three legitimate brands with endless blends now. And you could do it to each one. It's endless. Taco, how do I know how big my dick is? How do I know that my cock is exactly 8 inches? From the base of my sack to the tip of my full-size regular penis. No convertible. I got it. I got it. Oh, you are a hater. You are a hater, my friend. Mm. It's a fantastic cigar. I would consider it a semi-strong cigar. I'm sure the flavor is going to ramp up my front chocha. But don't smoke this if you want like a Camacho Chip Maduro, if you want like a LFD double Ajero Maduro, if you want something to blow out your chocha so strong, it's not going to be that party. However, if you like cigars like Fuente Anejo, if you like cigars like Ashton VSG, if you like cigars like Liga Bovado Number 9, each one of those is different blends, but then you're going to like this cigar. If you like Padron 26 Maduro, this cigar can hang out Padron 26 Maduro. Don't get it twisted thinking that, like, well, because you can get this maybe now at MSRP $13-14, and it's coming in like maybe $8-9 less than a Padron 26 Maduro, that this is like half the cigar of that. That's a lie. That's a lie. In fact, I'll tell you right now, you could smoke the Age Room Nicaragua and with the difference buy a box of 5.56 millimeter ammunition with annealed casing, prime brass. Uh, Sealer primate. That's what I meant. You understand what I'm saying, though? That means something. You've had bad luck with non-Cuban. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, my friend, I've had those cigars for years, right? I'm not sure if you got a bad one or bad situation. I don't know. I don't know where you bought those cigars. Was it at a shop? Were these cigars extremely wet? I don't know. I've been smoking all Romeos, regular Placencia and Asia, and I've had a great time. I'm not saying you didn't have a bad time, though. There's other factors to it. I don't know what happened to you. You know, I don't know what happened in that situation. You know, I mean, it's did you get a bad box? I don't know. I mean, it can happen. I mean, shit, I had an LFD that didn't even work. Yep, you got perfect construction, perfect berm. What a fantastic cigar. I got nothing bad to say about it. Slightly earthy, but it's not a very dirty cigar at all. It's quite smooth. Um, Buttery, oily, nice amount of rich chocolate, milk chocolate, which is quite nice. Nice amount of black pepper, and we got that charred wood going on. So it's not an exotic flavor at all. When it comes to darker cigars, now I can't say it's not listed as a Maduro. I just don't know. This might be a Habano Oscuro. I don't know. I all I saw was Nicaraguan Puro. As far as if I had to guess, it has a reddish dark brown looking wrapper. So could this be a Nicaraguan Habano that went through a very long, like sun drum process? Or I've seen Habano Oscuros before. In that case, like it's an Habano that went through a double. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But the wrapper is very thick on this thing. Well, if you're celebrating life, every cigar is good. But yeah, I understand. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not Opus X level, but it's right below that. I would consider this damn near a nice luxury cigar. I'm not going to go with this and be so nose to the sky and go, well, this is just a average mid tier cigar. No, this is a phenomenal cigar. The construction, the work that went into this to give you this cigar at this price point. If this was a boutique brand and they charged $24 and they put some fancy band for a boutique brand, people would buy it. You know how big Altatus is? You know how much money they got? The quality of cigar and construction on this thing, to put it out at that price point. Now, I bought a 4 pack. I bought a five. I bought a 4 or 5 pack, I think for $32. I think it was 4 pack. I digress, though. So if you buy it individually, you might pay 10, $12. But I bought a 4 pack for $8 a stick, I think. No harm in that. This is a fantastic cigar. It has a nice sweet vibe to it. To me, it feels like a very pleasurable Maduro type vibe. Although I couldn't find out if it was listed as a Maduro or listed as anything, and that I don't know. My energy is drained right now because I went to the range before, and whenever I shoot a lot, and whenever I shoot ARs, and I was just magged up, and man, I was having a blast. Um, it takes a lot of focus, energy, and out of me. You know what I'm saying? Though, because I'm in the zone. So afterwards, I'm just like, I just have this calmness. For me, after I dump magazines, I get this like Zen-like feeling. Zen. I don't need Tylenol. I need fuck it all. Wrapper grade quality on this is fantastic. It's like a piece of leather. It's like, it reminds me of, oh, that finish is fantastic. I'm having a great time with the cigar. I have nothing bad to say about it. Nice amount of black pepper spice. It's just a fun, kind of a hearty, sweet, fun, chocolatey, spicy cigar that it fills all the boxes. The word would be balanced. This is a balanced cigar that, okay, you want a strong cigar? Well, it's strong enough. You want a dark cigar? Well, it's dark enough. You want a sweet cigar? It's sweet enough. You want some spice in your cigar? It's spicy enough. You want a heavy cigar? It's heavy enough. You want an affordable cigar? Well, it's affordable enough. You want a luxurious cigar? It's luxurious enough. Is this the Glock of cigars? It's kind of like, yeah. Anyone can pick this up and go, hey, fuck it, yeah. It's not going to be the best cigar in your collection, but nobody's going to disrespect the cigar and say it's not good or it doesn't work or it doesn't look nice or it's not affordable or not available, doesn't taste nice, doesn't draw nice. I mean, so you get what I'm saying? No one cares about sodomite California. California doesn't deserve Glock. California is Glock. California, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And look, when this came out, it was around $10 and change. The price really didn't go up that much. In fact, the price kind of went down in the 4-pack. Yeah, bro, it's gonna get overturned. Just California is trying. See, here's the thing: there is a war within America, and it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. They're trying to get as many people to reproduce that don't know their rights in the inner cities. That way, they get more delegates, more senators, more congressmen, and in those areas, they'll just become all anti-gun. And the people that are pro-gun, pro-family, are working too hard, or they can only afford to have 1 or 2 kids. And if they do have kids, they end up getting divorced because the wife turns out to be a cunt, and then they get divorced, and then whatever, and the family's destroyed. And the point is, though, they want to vote out freedom day by day, any way they could. But here's the thing: as long as there's one American left, anybody going against the United States Constitution is a traitor. Doesn't matter. I don't care. This country was made by 3% of the men. 97% of the men had no fucking balls. They sat on the sidelines. It only takes 3% of the men to say no. This country is founded on the Constitution. It is non-negotiable. Trust me on this, you'd better off being dead than changing your constitutional rights, because let me explain. Without the Constitution, you have no rights. What is the Constitution? It's kind of like being in a union. You have your bylaws, you have your union master agreement that the company has to, no matter what, the company and the union both have to respect the workers. The Constitution limits what the government can do to the people, the workers. Freedom of speech, fuck you, I'll say what I want. I'll say what I want. What would you fucking tell me what I could say? You commie bastard. Second Amendment, motherfucker, you piece of shit. We're free men. We're free men. You're not going to tell us what we can have, what we can't have. Anyone telling you can't have it, they might as well put a cock in your ass, because that's what's going to happen next. Because in prison, you can't have a Glock. But guess what happens? No Glock in prison, plenty of cock. If you turn in your Glock, you're going to get fucked by cock. I can't stress it enough. You can't lose your rights. They could say that. We could play the game. If you're born in America, you have constitutional rights. If you came here and immigrated legally and you're a citizen, like my father who came to America legally, he's a citizen. He has constitutional rights. No one could take away your constitutional rights, because nobody gave you your goddamn constitutional rights, because God himself gave us these goddamn rights. Do you understand that? The Constitution what is the Constitution? These rights are inalienable, cannot be taken away. Your personal pursuit of happiness, to live your life as you see fit, to own property. unreasonable search and seizures. You can't negotiate. You can't negotiate. You can't negotiate. This is a fantastic cigar. Spice is picking up. Chocolate's picking up. Slightly earthy's picking up. I took my time. I didn't puff on it for a while. It picked right up. The construction on this is top shelf. The draw on this is top shelf. Would I say the construction and draw on this is just as good as Davidoff? Yes. I'm going to hurt your chocha on that. I'm not saying the flavor, perhaps. Now that you decide what you want, but I bet a lot of guys that like stronger cigars and more sweeter cigars, more heavier cigars would like this more than a Davidoff. Now, if you like the Davidoff Nicaragua, I think both these cigars pair well together. Go smoke an Aging Room Nicaragua and smoke a Davidoff Nicaragua. You're gonna have a great time with both. And in fact, they pair very well. And in fact, they look very similar. Anyone telling you you're going to lose your rights or it's coming down to a vote, fuck the whole thing in the fucking ass. No, this is not even up for debate. Up for debate? Oh, because you banged the gavel? You guys, sorry, you lost your rights. Sorry, now it's time to get cock in your ass. False. Have you read the Constitution? Have you read everyone in the government and every city, state, and police agency swears to the Constitution when they take their office? Have you read it? So anyone going against the Constitution is treason. Treasonous. Do you understand what treason is? Do you understand the punishment for treason? I can't stress it enough. If you think it's just a fucking game, we're going to send thousands of our guys to go and die for our freedom. You were protecting our freedom from who? Our own fucking cocksucking communist politicians? And the guys come home, where's the freedom? You thank you for fighting for our freedom. We already had our goddamn freedom. The only person that's Al Qaeda is not ISIS is not trying to take my Glock. ISIS ain't trying to take my freedom. Your own people are. It's not the cock 1,000 miles away you have to worry about. It's the cock in the next room you have to worry about. I think it's a fantastic cigar. Nice flavor. It's fantastic. Inspirato White is a good, dirty Connecticut spicy cigar. Overall, Inspirato White is a good cigar. Overall, Inspirato White is strong for a Connecticut. Overall, Inspirato White is complex for a Connecticut, but it's slightly dirty and gritty. But it's also very affordable, so I don't fault it at all. Inspirato White is available. It is affordable. It's dirty. It's gritty. Construction isn't as perfect as the regular Macanudo Connecticut, which is a higher end cigar, smoother, weaker, but more classy. If you do the classic Macanudo in a small size, it's really nice. But the Inspirato White is a good, fun, strong, rough, slightly unpolished Connecticut. You go get a 5-pack for $20. For $4 a stick, you can have a great time with that. You can't just say, is it a good cigar? Is it a bad cigar? Is it good? Is it bad? You understand? Other channels just talk about it. I'm not trying to knock them. There's so much more than just, is it a good cigar? Is it a bad cigar? Is it an affordable cigar? Is it available? Is it a great cigar but only limited? Is it a great cigar and limited but shit construction? You see what I'm saying? There's so many different factors. Is it consistent year after year? Well, it's general. It is. Macanudo is very consistent. Macanudo is one of the biggest selling brands in the world. It was for a long time. Macanudo at one point, maybe still, was one of the biggest brands as a single brand by volume. So, guys, I think Macanudo could afford to buy some nice tobacco. I don't know where the hate comes for General. When you have one of the biggest brands in the world, because Macanudo's sold all over the world. Man, it's Macanudo. It's a piece of shit brand. I love Macanudo. Perfect Construction, great time, baby. 10 o'clock. We got Chocha and Seagulls. I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to send you to a commercial break. Chocha and Seagulls next at 10. All right, we're back from our commercial break. Today's show is brought to you by PG. I'm not a homosexual. PG. I am not a homosexual. Starring PG. The only box I'm buying is now Arturo Fuente Cameroon. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Of course, when you buy a box, you could have some variables in that box. Where it's the one being the strongest, whatever. Also remember, before you smoke a cigar, my best recommendation: take that cigar out of the cellophane. Just give it a couple hours outside the humidor. Let it just breathe a little bit, kind of like thawing a steak. Let it just breathe. Let that chocha breathe. That cellophane is getting musty and maybe a little too much moisture. You just shed a little bit of that moisture right before you smoke it. I'm telling you, you're going to get better flavor and better combustion. I can't stress it enough. In a way, cellophane is yoga pants for chocha, for cigars. You knew exactly what I meant. And that's going to bring us to our first song. Right there, we're getting to a spicy medium. The strength is ramping up, and we're going to drop that Asheru. Fantastic construction. Let's drop it. Really impressed with the construction on this thing. Double banded, it's solid. I think it's enjoyable. Long, heavy finish. Chocolate, charred wood, earthy, but not heavy on the earth. Good amount of spicy black pepper at this point. Long, heavy finish at this point. Uh, Perfect construction. Really enjoying it. Nothing bad to say. I mean, really a stout pack. I mean, you got to get some serious time out of this thing. When you get over an hour, it looks like you, at this point, half hour, and you might get over an hour on this thing, maybe an hour, 10, 15 minutes. For a Toro, I mean, this is not a poorly made cigar. I wish I dry boxed all my smokes, these cigars. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not like you have to leave it in the dry box for months. But what I'm trying to say is, like, first off, like, generally speaking, when you buy cigars from shops or you get some box online, there's a good chance the cigars are really moist. You know, you shed a little of that moisture. You know, maybe when you get it, when you buy a box, just leave the box on your fucking table for 2 days. Just let it just breathe a little bit. It's probably too moist, and then I'll put them away. But before you smoke a cigar, what I like to do is whatever I'm going to smoke the next day, I take that cigar out of my humidor and I leave it on the table. and then you could leave in the cellophane, and then just leave it there. Just fucking leave it. And then, before I smoke it, maybe take out cellophane for a couple of hours. Let that chocha breathe. He's showing a plain old Melania V. Maduro. Let me tell you something. Melania V. Maduro, I'm going to have one of those again. It's been over a year, I think. There's nothing wrong with Melania V. Maduro. I smoked boxes of that cigar, but not, I didn't buy a box, I don't think. Maybe I did. But, I bought a lot of Lucy's, 1, 2, 3 of those. And I've had a great, I think I got some 5-packs on Cigar Page over the years. Melania V. Maduro is always solid, always a great time. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Am I in Pennsylvania? At one point in the year of 2024, I lived in, this is a true statement. In the year of 2024, I lived in Colorado at 5,250 feet elevation. I also lived just north of Miami, near Delray Beach, on the Atlantic Ocean. And then I also lived in fucking Nipa, northeastern Pennsylvania. And I had legal addresses in all of them. And I had carry licenses in all of them. Because I'm a free American. I can't stress it enough. You don't stop being American, so therefore you don't stop having the Constitution. You're a free man, or you're not. You're not free because someone tells you. You're free because you say you are. No, cocksucker, I'm a free man. Yeah, but I decided that. You decided nothing. And nobody's ever going to put a cock up my ass. Ever. Ever. Digging the cigar. Great time. Nice. Sacco doesn't want to come on the show. He's too cool. That's all right. Next at 10, we have women trying to, this is in a storm. We have women trying to catch lightning in their friend's chocha. Now, this is not going to cure herpes, but we literally have women holding their friend upside down, and they're trying to catch a lightning bolt up her twat. Now, I don't know the medical side effects. If this happened, you see the lightning going off in the distance, but they were trying to catch lightning in the chocha. Perhaps this would be a good song, I don't know. Maybe this is how Benjamin Franklin should have caught it. Maybe he did. Lightning in the G spot. Lightning in the G spot. Lightning in my G spot. Just lightning in my G spot. Before I went to a dollar store here in town, and I walked out of the dollar store, and there was a woman, wasn't exactly a homeless, but you could tell she lived a rough life. But she was parking her bicycle just right in front of the dollar store, and she looked around, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know if I should bring my bicycle." I had like her bag on it too. She's like, "I don't know if I should bring my bicycle in the dollar store. I don't know if they'll let me though." She's like, I'm in the city here, Wilkesburg. She's like, if I go in there, someone's gonna steal my bike. And I was, she's just talking out loud. I said, look, don't worry about it. I'll watch your fucking bike. You go get what you go in there. You gonna be a while? She goes, no, I just need like 2 minutes. I said, go ahead. I got it. So she goes in there. She comes back out. She's like, thank you so much. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No one's gonna steal your bike. For a moment, that bike had a bodyguard. No one's going to steal your bike right now. Don't worry about it. You go get whatever you got to get. No one's going to steal your bike. All right? This poor lady, if this woman's worried about her bike getting stolen, she needs that bicycle. And can you imagine some cocksucker stealing a woman's bike? She had to be 60 years old. She told me she was on disability, Social Security, whatever. She told me she got into a car accident, broke her neck. She hasn't been right since. I believe her. She'll kind of fucked up. Anyways, though, see, that's what being a good person is. You heard her situation. I didn't have to help her out. And you say, you know what? I'll help you out. You want to go in the store and you're worried about your bike? It's okay. I'll watch your bike. Go. It's all right. It's no big deal. Go in the store, whatever you're gonna buy. I'll watch. I'll watch your bicycle. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. He said a couple years ago, you said the Quattro Nicaragua Sonata was better than the OG. When you say the OG, what do you mean OG? Oh, there was the original Quattro, the F4. Wasn't there a Quattro F44, F45? I don't even know if they make that anymore. I think they stopped making that. And that was a great tasty cigar. That was a great tasty cigar. Remember that one? Remember the original aging room? You're right. There was the original. Ah, man, that was great too. A little bit of a different vibe. This is darker and heavier than and spicier than that one, but that one was a really nice medium strength cigar. There was the original aging room Quattro something, F55 or F4 whatever the fuck. Yeah, yeah. She's jump starting the old beaver. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, and there's nothing wrong with the regular Milano V, but a regular Milano V, you should drink scotch with it. Regular Milano V straight up is, I would drink scotch or a bourbon with Milano V. Now, the Milano V Maduro, it balances the cigar out, adds plenty of chocolate with that Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper. The Milano V Maduro, in my opinion, is superior to the regular Milano V. In my experience, I would take that 10 to 10. 10 out of 0. I would take 10. What I'm saying is 10 times out of 10. How do I rephrase this? 10 times out of 10, I'd rather have Milano V Maduro over regular Milano V. Now, Milano V you can have, but I probably want to really get drunk on margaritas. Well, we got more women in yoga classes stuffing glow-in-the-dark things up their beaver. That's right. We have women putting sex devices that glow, that light up. We got LED lightings in chochas. This is not sanitary. We have women with LED lighting in their chocha. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I guess it's exercise, but why up the chocha? And these women are stacked. Okay, I'll give you a second.
92 Mix FM.
Did you get that? Is that all right? Yeah, yeah. Mm. It's a delicious cigar. I would definitely smoke the aging room Nicaragua over the Oliva Milano. Now, between the aging room Nicaragua and the Milano V Maduro, both solid cigars. The aging room Nicaragua, though, I think is the better cigar in some aspects. That, yeah, I think it will please more people. And I don't mean sexually. But I still fuck with the Milano V Maduro. I do. I love that cigar. So, in the regular, in Oliva bullshit, I really think that the Oliva Milano V is probably, the Milano V Maduro is probably their best cigar. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about that other cigars they made for other companies. Because what's crazy is Oliva's made better cigars than the Milano V Maduro for other people, which hurts my chocha. He said I'm psyched for the blue band H. Upman. Which one are you talking about? You talking about the Heritage? There's a Heritage, which is very strong and dark and heavy. And then there was a higher end Heritage that came out this year, and I didn't buy it because they wanted $20. And I was like, no, I'm not spending $20 on an AJ Upman. And it might be great, but I'm just not doing that. I digress. And then, so maybe I don't know which one you're talking about. Brian says she should close her legs. Yeah, Sako, I changed the lighting. Is that better? Can you see it? No. Anyways, next at 10. Well, we got a woman here. Oh, it's too bright. We got a woman here with two gigantic dildos. Is that even a dildo at this point? We got a woman with 24-inch dildos. It's about, I'd say, I used to do plumbing work and also electrical work. That's not a 4-inch pipe across. As far as the bottom base, more than 2-inch, maybe less than 3-inch. So across, that might be a 2.5-inch diameter on the base of right here. Not this, but here. So to have a 2.5-inch across, going around, if you have 2.5 inches to here, 1 inch, 2 inches, how many inches is that around? My goodness, is that like a foot? The girth, I mean, this is tremendous. When you have a 2.5-inch pipe from left to right, but if you measured the pipe, that circumference, this is too big. It's fucking horsecock. And that's going to bring the next song.
Friend, TRA is here.
Commercial break. Wow.
7 Fox.
Mi princesa quiero grande horsecock. No, no, no. It's más grande. Tu chochina is going to be broken. Don't put the grande cock in your chocha. It's going to break your chocha. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No necesito, señora. No necesito. Tu chochina is going to be broken. Regular, not crazy expensive, just turquoise blue band. It's the Toro. Yeah. Yeah, it's a strong. Get ready for that cigar. That's a strong cigar. That's a very strong cigar. Wow. This is a first. Look at that. This might be a first time. It can happen. I have some tobacco. Can you see it? Oh no. I got some tobacco glued to the band, which means I have some damage now to my wrapper. I'm pretty sure that the cigar is still going to smoke all the way through. But that can happen to any cigar. But really, I don't see that happening a lot to Altadis products. But it is a hetero in mono, and somebody fucked up. Mono happens. Next at 10. Well, we have a massive 451 party, and yeah, make sure before you smoke that Heritage, you're hydrated. Have some fruit, crackers, cheese, something. That's a strong, heavy cigar. I'm not even joking. That Heritage is no joke. Don't smoke that Heritage before you have dinner. The H. Upman Heritage, the Blue Band. When I say it's not playing around, it's not playing around. Yeah, that damage to this is affecting the cigar a little bit. We're going to smoke right through it. We have guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't condone this, but they're free people to do what they want. But whatever. The point is, that pool has got AIDS. The water is HIV positive. That being said, when you're always putting things up your butt cheeks, you're gonna have leakage. So there's so much fecal matter in that water. I can't stress it enough. Um, anyways, what I was trying to say is, when I go to restaurants or a bar, um, there's nobody there. Nobody. I even went to the strip club in town here last December one time, and I had two non-alcoholic beers. I didn't even buy a lap dance. They wanted $1,000 an hour or 90 minutes in a private room. I said, no, that's not for me. And the woman asked me, the stripper, asked me, well, and I was just sitting at the bar having a conversation with the bartender. I was drinking my non-alcoholic Heineken, and the woman said, well, what are you looking for? I said, what am I looking for? A classy woman, watch Netflix shows together, be on the same shift, split the rent, food shopping, barbecues on the weekends, maybe go to a bed and breakfast up in New Hampshire, yard sales. I don't know. Go to comedy shows together, a nice happy life, get a puppy. And the stripper said, yeah, honey, I don't think you're going to find that here. And I said, I know. Do you know the next week, that strip club, uh, it went out of business. What was the name of that place called? Gentleman? No, what was it called? I can't remember the name of it. It was the biggest one in the whole area. It was a massive place. It shut down. I went there and I told them I was looking for a classy woman to have a respectful, monogamous relationship. And I had two non-alcoholic beers. And they told me that's not what you're going to find. And I said, that's okay. Well, that's what I want. A classy lady. And they went out of business. But here, clearly, the sodomites are not going out of business. You know why? None of these guys, they might have AIDS, but none of them have child support. AIDS, child support. AIDS, child support. People feel bad when you get AIDS. Nobody feels bad for you if you owe child support. Child support is worse than AIDS. When you get AIDS, they don't freeze your passport. When you get child support, they'll freeze your passport. Nobody freezes your bank account because you get AIDS. They freeze your bank account if you don't pay child support. Nobody sends you to prison because you have AIDS. They send you to prison if you don't pay your child support. Pussy is more deadly than a man's asshole. And I can't stress that enough. This song's a banger. Ha, 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 ha. We got women showing chocha hair on TikToks. This is allowed. Now, I can't get ad revenue because tobacco is dangerous. But you could show your beaver on TikTok and nobody cares. You could show that hot, fresh beaver and nobody cares. It's the end of the world. Nobody cares. You could literally show your beaver and nobody cares. But if I recommend a cigar, I lost my commercials. Perhaps I should have put the cigar up my beaver. How do you know I don't got a beaver? I got a beaver. Did you assume I don't? I got a beaver. I got an 8-inch beaver. Cigar is fantastic. Right now it's a heavy, medium, full. Long, heavy finish. Earthy a little bit, pick it up. Charred wood, pick it up. Black pepper, pick it up. Quite spicy at this point. A lot of sweet, milky chocolate. It's a nice cigar. Long, heavy finish. Nice. Guys, I know, guys. Yeah, you're right. No father. Can you imagine a poor father? No father. It's a shame. There's no more respect. He said carpenters and plastic curtains. Next at 10. Well, you heard of Star Wars. Well, people are making AI movies called Gay Wars. Chewbacca is now Chew Backside. I don't want Chew Backside. Oh my God. Ah, I don't want to watch this movie. And the bad guy in this movie, Darth Vader, was called Straight Vader, and he was bad because he was straight. And and Chew Backside and whoever this guy is, Han Solo, whatever, they flew their planes, but it was a different thing. They flew into the building and they shot it full of I can't stress it enough. AI is even making Star Wars homosexual. We can't have anything nice anymore, guys. Chew Backside? The Chew Backside? What are we doing? Chewy Backside? Oh my goodness, what are we doing? I digress. Next at 10. Well, we have guys on a train. We have guys on a train. Raymond Page's cigars. I might be getting confused here, though. What cigars does he make? Are you talking about the Genesis cigars? Are you talking about Raymond Bueso or something like that, or no? You talking about that affordable, like low mid-tier brand? I don't know. I'm not sure if I know what you're talking about. You got guys playing video games on a train, but the guy playing it is a little on the 451 side. Guys, we've collapsed as a society. We've collapsed as a society. Yeah, the Penn Standard, I'm going to tell you right now, I would pass on those cigars. You go on cigar, let me explain to you. The only reason why you buy those Penn Standard cigars, because they're cheap, right? But if you go on Cigar Page, you could get superior cigars, even like the Oliva Milano V and the Milano V Maduro. Those are better than the Penn Standard. And they dump those cigars for $4 or $5. You could get EP Carrillo the Pledge or La Historia for $5-6 on Cigar Page. So my opinion on those cigars: pass and go on Cigar Page and smoke better for $1 or two more. That's my opinion on that. Really, that's my absolute opinion on that. I'm not knocking those brands trying to bring cheaper cigars, but you go on Cigar Page and you can get far superior. You can get Cohiba Red Dots for $6. Fantastic Cameroon cigar because there's so much supply. They dump them on Cigar Page. Go on Cigar Page. Yeah, I understand that, but I would skip those cigars. I that's just, if you want just my opinion, that's my opinion. I mean, if you enjoy them, buddy, if you enjoy them, don't ask me. If you enjoy them, enjoy them. God bless. I salute. But Mark Twain and all those kind of like low end cigars there, I would spend a little more money and get better quality cigars on Cigar Page. And I'm not trying to be a snob there, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, and Fuente lost their Cameroon rights. Next at 10, this is not PG at the gym. I don't know who is this at the gym. I don't know if this is Sacco at the gym. Sacco, you've been hitting the iron, Sacco. Sacco's getting jacked. Yeah, yeah, dude. Here's the thing. Yeah, so if you go to a store in New York, you're gonna pay $18 for aging room Nicaragua. Pennsylvania, maybe 10, 12. But if I buy a 4-pack in Pennsylvania, $32, $8 a stick. But if you go online, you can get these cigars for $4 or $5. So if you want to smoke on the cheap, buy ahead, go spend, $50, $100, but you could buy cigars for the whole month or 2 months, depending on how much you smoke. You go on Cigar Page, you're gonna save a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know who this is, but I don't like looking at it. Your Cigar Page is fantastic. Next at 10, well, I don't know what Disney movie this is, but you know exactly what they're talking about here. This is a new movie about a princess becoming a single mother. Next at 10. The all new Disney movie coming this summer. Stuffed. Yeah. Atlanta. GT, what's up, brother? How's your balls? How you doing? Next at 10. Well, I finished all the news. Damn. That was the last story. I didn't have that much news tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Where would I rate this cigar? Well, I think it's a fantastic cigar. I think there's nothing bad to say about the cigar. I think it's great construction. I think it's great flavor. Zero needs for touch-ups. And the little bit of damage because of that glue on the band. That I've had that happen with high-end Fuentes. That can happen to any cigar. But that's the first time I had it on one of these Altedas here. Anyways, though, but it's a good point just to bring up. That can happen to any cigar. So always be mindful when you're taking off the band. You could have a little bit of glue, and that can happen. Um, it's a fantastic cigar. It is great quality, great flavor. It's comfortable. If you're looking for a semi-strong Maduro type of vibe, if you like the David of Nicaragua, you're gonna love this cigar. If you like a Nejo or a Liga Number 9, I'm not saying it's the same kind of blend, but in that kind of category, 3/4 strength, 3/4 darkness overall, even though it picked up, but those cigars generally pick up towards the end too. But just beautiful flavor. And it's, a kind of a dark cigar, but it's not scary, and it's got great balance. The aroma is pleasant, the finish is pleasant. But when you're smoking it, it's a pretty powerful cigar. But you can tell they aged it well. That charred wood is really coming through. That heavy milk chocolate note is fantastic. Slightly earthy, and the black pepper spice is really going up my front and back chocha. Long, heavy finish. It's like the flavor is just oozing out of this cigar. This cigar is dripping with flavor from the first puff. This cigar punches above its price point. It's better than the price point. I'm not saying it's as good as the VSG, but if you want to spend half the money and smoke a cigar that's really good, almost as good as the VSG, sure, I'd say that. Then save your money and buy this. If you're trying to save money and you want that VSG or that Anejo, well, save your money and smoke this. Yes, the Anejo and the VSG is better. But, if you go on Cigar Page, you get the cigar for $5. And the VSG is not 4 times better. So with this cigar, you can get, I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret smoking this cigar. The difference is there's really no deals on any Fuente product. There's no deals on Fuente and Padron are not fucking around, and Davidoff on Cigar Page. Other companies fuck around because they make so many cigars. Yeah, cigar guys, I can't stress it enough. You need to stock up on your cigars because I'm telling you, very soon they're going to try to ban all tobacco. But when that happens, we're going to have a full civil war and a full riot against the machine because Terminator and Skynet is all really going to happen. In the next few years, you're going to see chaos like you can't believe. Our human existence is over. AI is here, and our electronic universe is already here. Drones following everyone up your ass. And then we're going to see drones with AIDS. We're going to see drones that are homosexual drones. You're going to have drones with cocks. You're going to have drone cocks. It's going to happen. The devil is evil. You're going to have drones with dicks. I've already seen they're making adult films. They're putting dildos on drones now, and they fly them around, and you can figure it out. There's literally drones flying dildos into Chocho. This is a real thing. This is literally flying cocks. When I was a kid, I thought RoboCop was going to happen. We have RoboCock. We didn't get RoboCop. We got RoboCock. Drop it. Spread it. What? Spread it. 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 No, I don't want to spread it. Spread it. On that note, I'll see you around. Stay fresh. No cigars in prison. Only cigars in Cuban prison. Eat your prunes. Filter your water. Don't do drugs. And limit your alcohol content. Don't go to prison. But know your rights. And you're a free man until you die. So understand that. It's non-negotiable. Don't be a cuck. Don't be a cuck. Everyone have a great night. GT, Atlanta. Everyone have a great night. Sacco, Ryan, Original G, everyone here. Uncle Larry somewhere out there. Everyone be good. PG somewhere out there. Everyone, Geo's out there somewhere, lurking with his pants off. Oh, what do I give this cigar? This experience, 4.7. It's an amazing cigar. Oh, it's easy to love. This is a 4.7, easy to love, box worthy cigar. You go on Cigar Page, you buy a box of this for like $60. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna thank Richie. Anyone could like this cigar. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic cigar. God bless everyone. Stay fresh. Keep your powder dry. See you around.